Let me tell y'all something. There's some things that came to me watching the sunset in Maui that does not come to me when I just grind. There's some things that came to me when the sun was coming up. There was some stuff that happened when I was on the beach. There was some things I heard when I was in that environment, when I was looking at that blue water that I don't hear when I'm grind. And so I was blessed. The second day I was there, I was fully dressed, y'all. I had on my Spartan shorts, had on my J's, had on my t-shirt. I'm just walking on the beach, like thinking about the guru story. And then something all of a sudden was like, get in the water. Get in the water. I was like, this the ocean. I don't really do ocean like that. Over I heard it, go swim in the ocean. I'm like, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but where I come from, like you can see the levels. 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. Like this ain't marked out here. There's no mark. I don't know what feet this is right here. Like I'm used to chlorine, you know what I'm saying? I like chlorine. I like the smell of chlorine. Like I like a lifeguard right there when I'm getting in. I'm like, man, I don't know, the ocean? Like I heard about sharks out here. Like I'm going, I'm hood, you know what I'm saying? I'm urban, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out, like I should be enjoying nature. I'm like, I'm good on that. I'll watch from right here. Put my foot in and was like, this feel good. And something said, E.T., go jump in. My wife will tell you, I don't know what happened, but I ran, boom, dived, and was doing my thing. And then about 5 minutes in, I was murked. I was like Michael Phelps. I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I was working on my stroke. Like, do I still got it? Mom put us in the Boys and Girls Club. We was young. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can I still do that thing? All right, breathe, E, breathe. Boom. About 5 minutes in, I was like, yo, my phone in my pocket. I was like, man. I was like, but do your favor, your wife, she gonna be real hurt. That's the money you wasted. So when you get out, act like your phone ain't in your pocket. So I had my phone in my pocket, right? And I could feel it. And all I kept thinking about was, all right, do I go rice ministry or do I put it in the freezer? All right, so I was going through my mind like, all right, rice freezer. All right, my boy put his in the rice and it's straight, but my boy put his in the freezer. He got all his stuff back, right? And so I'm going through my mind, right? And I pull it out. My wife was like, no, you didn't. Just the whole, about to mess up the whole life. No, you didn't. Oh, you just always, why you got your phone? I'm just like, please. Please, not now. I'm already hurt, not now. So I put my phone down and it was crazy, y'all. Day 2, I was like Jamie Foxx on Ray. I was just like, I was going through it, y'all, like I was just trying to get off of heroin without using nothing, just like going through it, right? Day 3, day 4, I was like, whoa, this is cool. Call my peeps like, yo, my phone got destroyed. It was like, yep, we'll call AT&T. We'll get one to Hawaii sent to you right away. I was like, no. Mama said it. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. I've not been without a phone in years. Okay, E, don't get your phone cut back on. Don't get a phone while you're here. You're good. If something happened with your kids, mom's with them, she'll take care of it. Leave it alone. And I went 7 straight days without a phone. Shh, you got to hear what I'm telling you. That problem that you had, it brought a sense of clarity. That problem brought me a sense of clarity that I haven't had in years. I had become a slave to my phone. I had become an addict to my phone. And every time it go off, I would make my moves. And what I realize is that you can't have a good thought because every time you try to have a good thought, that phone go off and you responding to the phone. So that good thought you need to have, you can't have it because of the phone. So from now on, what you need to do is you need to have times where you use your phone. So when I got back, I was like, yo, E.T., put the phone down. Listen to me very closely. What happened with that problem was that problem brought me a sense of clarity. I went 7 days without a phone. I went 7 days without hearing that sound. I went 7 days without checking the Twitter or checking the whatever. I went 7 straight days. I would just go on my computer and post and then close my computer, and I did not have my phone. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I go in the freezer. I put it back in the freezer every day and plug her up. Like, I hope this time it works. Right? So number one, you got to catch this. This is why a problem is so important. And this is why you have to allow problems to come in your life and don't run from them. Because in the midst of your problem, you will have more clarity than you've ever had in your life. For those of you who subscribe to praying, let me tell you something. You pray in a different way. I remember when they told me my wife had seven legions on her brain. Listen to me very closely, guys. I pray all the time. My prayer went to another level of concentration. There's certain things that happen to you. They allow you to cut. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that you have a schedule, but when somebody in the hospital, you can just kill that schedule and you can rearrange that schedule and get to that person? Isn't it crazy how trial and tribulation can come in your life and you can just block everything else out that's not at a priority, and you can just get to priority and you have a sense of clearness that you've never had in your life? Listen to me very closely. The grind that I want you to do, that many of you in this room have never done before, I want you to learn the grind of clarity. I want you to get to a place in your life that on a regular basis, you can steal away from the entire world. You can get away from that project. You can get away from that event. You can get away from that person. And you can be alone long enough that you can have clarity of mind, because once it's clear, you can move forward. And I'm here to tell you that 50% of you in this room, the challenge that you're having is you're doing too much. The challenge that you're having is that you're scattered. You're all over the place. And if you could just get a sense of clarity, if you could see clearly, if you could know what the next step is, and then the next step is, if you could just be clear just get all the clutter out, all of the anger and the bitter. There's so much stuff inside of you that is not allowing you to operate on the level that you can operate on. You're like a car that oil hasn't been changed. You're like a car that has a bad spark plug, that has corrosion on. You're like a battery, a new battery that's cables are corroded. And it's not that there's no life in the battery, but you have so much corrosion on the cables themselves that is not allowing the electricity to go from the battery to the car. You are powerful. You are talented. You are unique. You are special, but you are so cluttered. You are so filled with anger, so filled with resentment. You are so confused. You are not clear. And once you get to a place of clarity, once you become clear, you operate in a way that you cannot operate when the stuff is all over the cable. And what you need to do this weekend is clean that stuff up. There's nothing wrong with the battery. Stop taking it to the auto mechanic. Stop calling people. There's nothing wrong with it. It is corroded. Clean the cables and boom, everything else in your life will happen. And when I dealt with my biological father, there was 150, 200 pounds that was released from me. Listen to me. I've always talked. I've always spoken. This isn't anything new, but it got new life when I dealt with an issue that took all that weight off of me. And some of you in this room, like Eric Thomas, when I lost my phone, I was able to think in ways that I could never think before because I didn't have a distraction. I didn't have that thing that I keep with me 24 hours a day, that thing that I never turn off. I never turn my phone off. That thing that I had become addicted to. And so I just need you to think right now in your life. I need you to just think, what's the stuff that's keeping me from being clear? If I had more clarity in my life, if I was more clear in my life, what would take place? What would transpire? What would happen that's not happening right now?